So my only complaint about this whole tackle walkthrough is the amount of clothes that Swimsuit Girl has on. It's highly disappointed. We'll have a talk with her. That's Jessica. Don't mess with her, but she'll tell you exactly what they're biting. Welcome to mikeybalzz Fishing. We're in Tennessee, and we're actually, I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. We're at one of the Gambler Free tournaments. They're awesome tournaments. There's actually another one coming up October 10th on Lake Guntersville. If you guys wanna come down and hang out, fish, it's free. You got a shot at $2 grand. They double the payout. It'll be pretty cool. But right now, we're at what probably should be one of my favorite tackle shops in Tennessee. We're at Flippers, because it's called Flippers. I like to flip. Ironically, the name is, I don't know if you can see him over there, but that gentleman right there is Flipper, who owns it. We're gonna talk to him. He used to fish professionally, knows a bunch about the lake, the surrounding area, but Flippers is an epic. Like, they have a ton of stuff. They have one of the coolest shelf things you will ever see in a tackle store. So we're gonna go in there, we're gonna talk to Flipper, we're gonna talk to Jessica, who helps to run the store, about some patterns, how to catch fish, what they got, maybe some local fun kind of under the radar baits and that. And the coolest thing about this place is they got a boat ramp right there. So it's a bait shop and a boat ramp. They run a bunch of tournaments out of here. But let's go inside, let's go talk to Flipper, let's go scan the shelves and see what's there, and hang out with Jessica a little bit. The man, the myth, the legend. And then we got Jessica, who, she doesn't want to be all Hollywood, but we're gonna get her on video because she's gonna tell us about some local products that you can only get right here. Yeah, I told you they had a lot of stuff. So before we hook up with Flipper and Jessica, I want to show you what I think is one of the coolest things at Flippers. I have never seen another bait shop that has anything like this. And drop down in the comments box if you've ever seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. So come here, let's check this out. So this is like the gambler section and all this stuff. So you can see the shelves right here. Boom, you know, standard shelves, whatever. Watch this magic trick, boys. Yeah, all these shelves flip around, so like there's double the stuff on every single one of these, like, and well, not so much on the end caps, but actually like on the shelf. There's double there's double lures, double the spend, bro, everywhere. So this store is huge and like stuffed in the first place. You guys can see there is a bunch of stuff, but every single shelf space is literally 2 times the baits, which I have never ever seen before. Whoa, these are cool. Oh, I wanted to tell you about this. So it's ironic how things kind of come full circle. So I was scanning around online and I found some crankbaits that were kind of interesting, and I've actually never seen them in the store, but they have them. These are what's called core strike, and anybody who knows them is immediately going to know what I'm talking about, because I'm obsessed with deep cranking. You guys have seen like some epic videos of deep cranking. So what these core strike baits do, they got sick color finishes. Look at that. Oh, Mikey might have to go shopping. I like green backs, and I cannot like, wow, dude, that's beautiful. So but the point is, so the core strike baits, they're actually like sinking lures, and that doesn't mean they're broken. They sink, but they stand up on the bottom, almost like a Ned rig concept. And so what the bait does is you count it down to where you want to get it. So like this bait, say it only dives to like, say 12, 13 feet. Well, you can count it down to like 30 and it'll be down on the bottom, but then it stands at like a 45 like that. If you go on their website, there's some underwater video of it, but it's something I'm actually going to try it when I go back down to Florida and when ledge season comes back around. But core strike stuff, they're crankbaits. They have basically what look like custom paint jobs on them. They're pretty sweet, but they stand on the bottom and it allows you to fish a smaller bait deeper and get like a different presentation, so you can actually like suspend that bait down there. I'm gonna get into trouble in here, I can tell already. Bro, look at all these square bills. Holy crap. That is a lot of square, and there's more over here. Jeez. Yeah, if you can't find Strike King, well, just give Flipper a call, because they have just about all of it. So we're gonna meet Jessica. She's not gonna be happy with me, but Jessica is super cool. If you guys ever need anything, and they do ship stuff too, so if you ever want to call into the store, if you can't find something locally wherever you're watching the video from, and you think, hey, maybe Flippers has got it, give them a holler. Jessica will pick up the phone and she'll be like, what do you want? And then she'll find whatever you need, because she's super nice. She puts on a hard face. But Jessica, so can you show me like, do you guys got anything that's like local? That, like a local brand or any local buzz baits, spinner baits that are made?
We've got a couple different ones.
Can you show me a couple?
Spinnerbait wise, your Maynard spinnerbait and buzz bait.
Okay.
He's got similar to the old Punisher style.
Okay. And these are like
Spinnerbaits.
made in Tennessee or made down the street kind of
They're
deal?
made in Hendersonville.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
And so I'm seeing these are all like Colorado blade. Is that?
They're all nighttime baits. It's like the old Punisher baits.
So this is night fishing stuff for like
Yes.
summer and all that? No, that's cool.
Yes.
All right, what else you got?
He's got, it's an old type of buzz bait
Okay.
that Flipper used to fish with. I have no clue what it is, but it's got a special kind of hook in it.
Okay.
That you have to actually turn your hooks.
That is really old school. Even the heads are old school,
Yes.
but I bet you it runs like super clean in the grass.
Yes.
And they got little tiny. This is actually, so I probably shouldn't tell Jessica about this. This is a TVA killer. It's that micro buzz bait. You catch a bunch of bots on this joker because they smash, especially in spring.
I know
That's
it's something
cool.
Flipper used to fish with a lot,
Yeah.
and I know you've got to turn the hook some in order for it to run correctly.
Oh, you got to play with how it's tuned.
Yes.
Okay. I'll ask Flipper about that. What else you got that's kind of halfway local?
Yes.
What the hell is this? I've never
This
seen.
it's a spinnerbait,
Okay.
but it's got the arm to where it's easier storage.
Yeah.
But it's a double arm spinnerbait.
Seriously?
Yeah, you've got it in Colorado and in Willow.
I'm going to buy some of those. And they let you fish you guys allow A-rigs and stuff in tournaments and stuff. Okay, so
But you're only allowed 3 hooks.
okay.
It's Tennessee.
But this is a little more compact. Oh, it does have a big old gaff of a hook. Look at the hook on there. So Flipper talks a lot about. We were actually chatting before we shot this video, and he catches a lot of crappie and speck. Like, when guys come out here? Obviously, the main draw is bass fishing, right?
Yes.
But do you get like a ton? I see you got a bunch of like catfishing baits over there. Is Old Hickory known for like crappie fishing, catfishing as well? Like, what's the
Cabela's
second?
King Cat comes out here once a year.
Okay.
Crappie USA comes out of here once a year.
Okay.
But your Crappie USA guys come in here mainly for your bandit selection.
Okay.
We carry every current run color of bandit. Plus we've
Talking
got
about those
some
little
of-
square bills, right?
No, they fish with the 300s for crappie.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Those are all crappie crankbaits.
That's crazy. I bet you
But-
they accidentally catch big bass too sometimes.
Yes. But they fish with other colors too. As I said though, we've got every current run color of the 1-2s and 300s of the bandits. Everything on this rack, front and back both, are discontinued colors of bandits that they're not
Whoa.
making since Pratco bought them out.
You hear that? Discontinued 86 stuff. That's kind of
Yes.
stuff that you want to buy.
Yes.
Yeah, that is cool.
He
What
does.
is this?
Oh, that's a Manus product. That's for Carolina rigging.
Really?
Yeah, that's for the weight at the top of the Carolina rig.
And it has a secondary hook on it.
Yes. If you
Dude.
ever Carolina rig with a lead weight,
Uh huh.
you get a lot of missed bites.
Yeah, because they bunk at the.
On that lead weight, you can see the bite marks.
So you use that weight
Yes.
right in front of your swivel,
And
and
you
then
can
you put a
take
bait
and
on
put-
it,
put
and
a
you
bait
can
on
just
it.
like nose hook something, so it's almost like, dude, that is cool. I've never seen anything like that. So tell me this: when it comes to the gambler stuff, I know I guess we're late summer into fall or something like that. I want 2 things. What's a top selling color? Like, what's the go-to color around here when it comes to soft plastics?
Green pumpkin.
Green
always.
pumpkin. That's so sad.
Always.
I want more dimension. What's the second
But
best?
it's not.
What's the second best?
June bug.
June bug.
I
Okay,
mean,
so it's kind of like
it's
Florida.
still basic colors.
Right.
Yeah.
So what bait styles? Like, what's your top 3? I saw a bunch of guys picking
right
stuff
now?
up. I'd say right now going into fall, what would you be looking at? Like, for
Um,
people coming out now through, say, November or October.
Right now, the biggest seller that we've had, especially for the tournament, is between your aces and your buzzing cane toads and the regular cane toads.
Because you guys got some topped off grass and they're buzzing it through. Okay. So as we move forward, though, through like October, you guys start throwing rigs a lot up here and stuff like
When we
that?
start moving into the fall,
Okay.
they'll start throwing the A-rigs again.
Do you see a lot of guys putting like little easies, teasy? So
They do.
So this is something that I've always wondered about, because when I got to Gunnersville, I picked up like easy swimmers, bigger ones, and I'm slinging them around like I know what I'm doing. I don't know what the hell that I'm doing. So a lot of these guys are throwing pretty tiny baits. Is that the same up here? Will they put teasies
They do.
and like little easies?
What they do typically, where you're allowed 3 hooks in Tennessee,
Okay.
typically you'll have 1 bigger swim bait,
Okay.
2 smaller swim baits.
Okay.
The 1 bigger swim bait you want to be a different color than what you want your 2 smaller ones.
So which one do they usually hit? The one that's a different color?
Sometimes.
Okay.
It
But just want to
kinda
mix
varies.
it up.
You want it to where it's not all exactly the same.
Right. To mix it
So.
up and get. So you guys can run teasers though, right? Like you
Yes.
can run another 2
Yes.
teasers on there. So
Yes.
guys will put like what are they called? Those little screw lock things on
He'll
there.
either put those or Real Baits makes the dum-dum heads for us. He calls them a dum-dum.
Yeah, that's
They
perfect.
don't have a hook on
that's
it.
So a little tip too for all you tournament guys. One thing that you can do with that, if you're ever coming up, because Old Hickory fish is tough sometimes. I mean, that's
Yes,
just a reality.
all the time.
Yeah, actually, I've heard that. So one thing you can do, especially if you're in Florida, we do a lot of flipping and pitching. And what we would actually do is take rigs like this, and I guess you could do, that'd be perfect for ledge fishing. But we'll go out and shake fish off. You know, we'll go and put that on there, and at least you can feel out the fish. And ironically, dude, when they actually bite that, if it's a good one, it's gonna hold on to it and run on. You gotta go get that phone. All right, so what? Basically, they'll bite it, and you can actually shake those jokers off and get a feeling of what kind of fish you're on. You know, how much they're pulling, how much they're holding on to the bait. Are they ticking it? Are they tapping it? But using something like that, or you can also take I think Owner makes like a little screw lock, and basically you just tie it on like you tie on your hook, and then you screw that bait on there, and it's a great way to go practice, get some bites, and actually fish and go through your process, but not end up sore mouthing a bunch of fish for, you know, tournament day and then screw yourself, you know? All right, so maybe it's just me, but I've been on kind of a buzzbait kick. Like back in, I think it was, I don't know, early May, no, it was March. It was like late March or something. I smashed some spotted bass, dude, on a buzzbait, and it was probably one of the most fun bites I've ever been on. So I've always been interested lately in like the different kinds of buzzbaits up here, because it's not something that we do in Florida. Check these jokers out. So these must be local. These are more real baits, but it's like a double clacker bait. Like it has a totally different look. And then we got these guys. These are Stan Sloan's. These are Zorro bait, but it's like a micro buzz bait, dude. And then these jokers, I'm definitely buying one of these. So this is a greenfish tackle, and it's basically like a plop style rig. It does have an open hook on there, but you put like a swim bait or a soft plastic on there, and then you can throw it just like you throw a whopper plopper. And that yellow thing right there, it's actually a floating rig, like you'd use on like a live bait rig to float up. It's like a cork float, dude, and it floats the thing up. Like that's really cool. One of my favorite things in a tackle shop. Oh, Jessica, he wants to buy stuff. You better go sell him some stuff. I like busting Jessica's balls. So one of the coolest things in a tackle shop is a closeout section. And it's not because the baits don't work, it's just because they never sell. But ironically, like, I don't know, I've found some gems, dude. And you get great price points on them. So Flippers has a closeout section, and ironically it's right as you enter the store. But check this out. Jessica was telling me they got these red eye shads. Some of these are actually discontinued color. All of them are discontinued. Look at that, dude. I don't know why you discontinue a color like that, but that's what I'm saying though. Like sometimes they discontinue them because not a bunch of people buy them. A big tournament isn't one on them, but it doesn't mean they don't work. Like you can find some steals. But we got jig heads, old swim bait heads a gambler makes. There's a couple big buzz baits, some chuggers.
Got all the gambler on the front table.
Yeah, there is a oh.
That's either discontinued colors.
Yeah, it's discontinued. Yeah, no, this is discontinued colors. The Fat Ace and Melon Shad. It's actually killer. Oh, there's some old ledge worms? That's awesome. Oh. Stay tuned for a video with these. I actually wacky rig these guys and catch like 34 pounds, 35 pounds in Florida. Yeah, you guys will enjoy that. Check out all this clearance stuff though. So much clearance stuff. The man, the myth, the legend. So this is Flipper. And Flipper, how long you own this place?
40 years.
40 years. And it's up for sale, so if you want to...
There you go. Get it, boy.
For sale.
Go nationwide.
But Flipper, you fish professionally. You fished all over the place. Tell me a little bit about Old Hickory, dude. Like, tell me a little bit, if I want to come out and fish, like, what kind of stuff do I need? I know it's a certain seasonal aspect to it and that, but, like, tell me a little bit about the lake and that.
This lake is very seasonal. Early part of the year, it's basically jigs, some topwater spinnerbait. Get on into the summer, you got to go to deep cranking, dragging the ledges, back into the topwater and the spinnerbaits and stuff in the fall.
Do you throw a rig at all? Or did you never kind of get on that?
Throw a rig to a certain extent,
Yeah.
but never was a major factor for me.
So I want to ask you about something. Jessica showed me a bunch of products in there,
Right.
and I asked her to show me some local stuff. And is it Maynard?
Right.
She's like, this is Flipper spinnerbait. He loves. Tell me what the deal is with that thing.
It's a knockoff of a real popular spinnerbait that was that was available here 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And when we couldn't get the spinnerbaits anymore, it's a nighttime bait.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of nighttime fishing here. So basically duplicated what used to be.
With that big blade on it and that.
Big blade, yeah.
And do you just I see we're in a little creek where the boat ramp's located. There's a bunch of docks. I know I actually ran this lake for a little bit last year. It's pretty shallow until it gets really deep.
Exactly.
So are you just slanging it around whatever kind of cover, whatever kind of grass you can find, or slow rolling it on breaks? Or
well, actually, you're slow rolling, around docks and flats.
Okay.
And out on the edge of the channel. It all depends on where the fish are.
Okay. It says the wise man, all depends where the fish are. You can throw anything at them if you know where they're at. So Flipper said he's been doing this for 40 years. That's a long time. Like I said, I love to fish, and I've been playing around doing this for hey, Swimsuit Girl, how long have I been doing this? Like 10 now? 8, something like that. So I'm still pretty fired up, but I can understand the burnout thing. But one of the things that I like to ask people, especially around a tackle shop, because you know everybody, and that's what's cool with Flipper and Jessica. They know your name. They know your face when you come through the door. It's a very tight-knit community. But I'm sure you've seen some crazy bleep. Now let's keep it halfway toned down. But tell me maybe a funny tournament story that you got, or something that happened around here that people would be surprised by. Uh-oh, here we go. What do you got?
I was directing a tournament, doing a weigh-in down here for one of our companies, and a gentleman came in 2 or 3 minutes late.
Right.
And I informed him that he was late, and he informed me that his time was correct, that he had a Rolex. I said, no, sir. I said, my time's correct because I'm a tournament director. And that's what you deal with.
That is good, because we're helping to run the free tournament here, the Gambler Free Tournament, and the one thing that I think Flipper always uses the word is you got these guys trained. They come out, they have a good time, but part of the reason that everybody has a good time during these derbies is you have such a well-oiled system.
Probably 75% of the fishermen that fish tournaments in this area fish my circuit,
okay.
Which was, I ran it for 22 years. I shut it down in 2010 because of health problems in my family. And yeah, they're very well trained. They know exactly how it works. They know not to play with it, and they know there's no give. So
he's the enforcer, dude.
Yeah,
and if it isn't him, it's Jessica, dude. And you don't want to pull out that stick.
No, exactly.
It'll hit you. But what's nice about that, though, is it means everybody plays by the same rules, and it means everybody has a good time. Because when it's just even graded, everybody knows where you stand. I've just found tournaments work better when you got a bunch of loose cannons and the rules are mushy and that. Crap happens, dude, and it's no fun.
Now, tournament fishing's being on level ground when you start and see who wins.
Exactly.
And that's, everybody has to abide by the rules or it's no longer a tournament.
So last thing before we wrap this thing up, we looked at all the bait. I actually told them about one of the coolest things about your shop that I've never seen in any other tackle shop I've been in is those damn spindles, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That is the cool, double the product, half the shelf space. So I showed you how big that place is. There's double the product and everything. But here's what I want to ask you, because next year I'm going to come back with my boat, and I don't know if we're going to run the free tournament in April or whenever. But if I were to come out here and the water temp say above 60, so we're in a halfway soft plastic mode, what's one bait that I can tie on? Because this lake intimidates me a little bit because it's very much a river. The water gets a little bit dirty. What's one thing that I can just tie on and go down the bank and sling and have confidence that if there's a fish there and he's in the mood to bite, he's going to bite it?
That time of the year, the stinger and the why not are probably the most popular baits in this area.
Okay, just Texas rigging it?
No, it's flipping time.
Oh, it's flipping time.
It's flipping time.
Really?
Yeah.
On a jig or just?
No, actually, just on a peg weight.
On a peg weight. Yeah. How heavy?
1/4 and 3/8.
You gotta stay pretty light.
Yeah, you don't want to kill it.
Right.
You want it to flutter down, but this lake's not deep. You're not fishing deep water.
Well, that's a wrap. So my only complaint about this whole tackle walkthrough is the amount of clothes that Swimsuit Girl has on. It's highly disappointed. We'll have a talk with her. But Flipper, I really appreciate it. If you guys want to come down and see Flippers, it's right in Gallatin, Tennessee, right on Old Hickory. And as Jessica mentioned too, like they got a bunch of products as well as local products. So if you're having any trouble finding anything, like a certain color that you like in that Bandit we talked about, or in that Strike King square bill, or just about whatever, get them on the horn. Jessica will see if she's got it for you, and they ship, right? Like you guys do all that shipping. So they can ship stuff out. But come down and see them. It's a cool lake. It's a little bit intimidating, especially to a guy who's used to clear water like me. There is some clear water on the low lake that I'm going to go investigate next time I come. But definitely a cool place. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You can find Flippers on, I think you guys are on Facebook, right? So if you want to check them out on Facebook, they're on there. Is it Flippers Marine?
Flippers11.com.
Flippers11.com? Flippers11.com. So go check them out. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you back out on the water, or maybe doing another tackle shop walkthrough. But till then, tight lines.